What's up, pedal nerds? Again, no pedals, but guitars and Bastian. Hey, what do you want more, really? So you're the guy behind Zeal.
Yeah, I'm one of the guys behind Zeal guitars.
One of the guys? How many guys are there?
We're two. Me and my partner, Oliver.
Just imagine like a whole group of guys and then it gets sexual again and weird and my mind goes... No.
That's not our style.
No, it's just two guys and guitars, nothing sexual. We looked at these in the video where we walk upstairs and looked at all the stuff. And we already said very nice. This one with the fabric underneath. So, is this paisley? Can I call it paisley?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know what paisley is, but when I see it, I know it's paisley. Absolutely beautiful. What is it exactly? Is that a fabric?
It's really a fabric, yeah. We use different patterns of this fabric and we glue it on the top and then we spray it over with a high gloss finish. And this we achieve this very special and always unique surface here of this one.
It's definitely a guitar that would feel very at home in Nashville.
Maybe.
But again, everyone that does the T-style here seems to have an aversion against the T-style pickups. We have... I'm slobbering, I'm sorry. I'm like, ooh yeah, look at it. Ooh. I'm sorry. This is what happens when you have a nice guitar on your lap. These are Filtertrons.
Yeah.
Now, I've had guitars with Filtertrons in my demos, and I said something about it, totally bullshit because I don't know what the deal is. I know what a humbucker does. I know what a single coil does. What is the characteristic of the Filtertron pickup?
It's basically a humbucker built, but it's basically the same specification. It has two coils and it's basically the same construction like a normal humbucker. But it does have this certain rockabilly sound, like from Gretsch guitars, maybe White Falcons, etc. And they have this very special rock and roll sound. And this is what I wanted to achieve with this selection of those pickups in the guitar.
Who makes them?
Harry Häuser.
Harry. So these are not aged like most guitars here. I can see a big ass vibrato block, sustain block, piece of metal, right there. For me, when I look at guitars and I always see this tiny little thin kind of wussy, then you know there's not a lot of chunk because to get attack and sustain maybe, you need to put some weight behind it. So this is a Wilkinson, and you have a big fat block here, 5 springs, kept it open because, why not? That's really the reason, why not?
Yeah, because we can.
Yeah, because we can. Hex screws, because we're German, we like precision. We have a 3-piece, you call it 5-piece, right?
Yeah, it is a 5-piece because you have those layers of thin veneer in between.
What's that thing in the middle?
It's pear.
What?
Pear. Like pear.
Pear.
Pear. Oh,
pear.
Excuse me.
The Germans do not know how to say
my
the words.
American accent,
Yeah, we do not know how to say the words. Okay, back to presentation mode. Wait. So maple, pear. Because in German we have pear trees. In Germany. There's I know things, volute, to prevent headstock breakage. So a volute is nothing but a wulst, a big piece of wood over here. I love the shiny brightness of the fretboard. Is this treated with some sealer or something?
No, it's just natural wood. It's European flake maple.
So how quickly will that get dirty when I play it?
Not that much, since it has 2 layers of very thin lacquer on it.
Okay.
To prevent it from getting dirty.
Because my Quenzel that I have, beautiful guitar, beautiful similar wood, he didn't treat it, and I love the way it looks, but I'm always like trying to clean it, which Marcus says, hey, it's got to get dirty, that brings out the grain. But of course where I play it, it's dirtier than on the other part, so that bugs me a little bit. We got, I can't read that, Klusen locking tuners. Locking tuners really belong on any high-priced guitar. Beautiful. 22 frets, I'm gonna say. What do I know? And we love this. And for some reason, you only see this on T-style guitars.
Yeah.
And the stupid ass jack, where you always go, is on everything else. Why? I don't get this. Why do people still use the, you know, the jack plate with the screw where at any price range, at some point you have to go and tighten it? Why is it being used?
The problem is with this one, you can't use it with an angled jack, you know, because it just won't fit in there. It won't slide all the way into the...
It's very simple, just don't use one. Period. Because I have a 6,000 euro PRS. Wait, I have to say on that one it actually never loosened. But every guitar player is always like, it's old school technology.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. And say whatever you want about Ibanez, but they have these tubes style thing.
I know.
There are options. This is an option, and I don't understand why on all these high-priced guitars we use a jack plate and a system that is like, you know, 60 years old and bugs the living shit out of us.
Yeah.
So I like this, simply because you don't have to tighten the stupid screw. What's the scale? Not that it tells me anything, but
It's just a regular Telecaster 25.5 inch scale.
it's a medium thin neck, I would say. I mean, after all these necks that are played here that are like baseball bats, you know, this is not Ibanez, but this is comfortable.
Yeah, I would say just an average size neck, which feels comfortable for most of our customers.
I like average size. I can totally handle average size. My girlfriend gets average size all the time. Average is good. If you know what I mean, you know? Penis. Get it? Penis.
I got it.
Pimmel.
Thanks for the answer.
You know, some people you have to help. We're not politically correct here. I don't know if you got this. No, this is beautiful. So how much do I have to fork over for this, other than running really fast?
This one is for 2,900 euro.
Really?
Yeah.
Cheap is the wrong word, but that's inexpensive for a handmade German guitar.
It is.
Especially with a beautiful finish like this and Häusel pickups. So you're pretty much under Big F Custom Shop. Yeah?
If you would say so. Yeah.
Oh, I would say so. I mean, I'm not saying who the Big F is. Could be Frankfurt. You know, Frankfurt guitars. You know Frankfurt guitars, right? Of course. Yeah, sure. It's cheaper than Frankfurt guitars. So let's swap here.
Yep.
On this, the silver on the fabric is, you can see more that it's fabric. This could be an amazing paint job, but here you can clearly see this is drapes from your grandma. But cool grandma, come on. Look at the shine. Look when I'm doing this. I can do this all day. Question is, how long can I do this before you turn off the video? Let's find out.
Okay, sure.
But we don't know if they've turned off yet. We have no idea.
Okay.
They might have turned it off. I have no idea.
Send us a message if you turn it off right now.
No, this is. I mean, with the I'm gonna say silver, but all the chrome. This is really nice. And here we have the traditional pickup configuration.
Sure.
Who makes them?
Also, Harry Häusl.
Harry.
Our main supplier for pickups.
I actually don't know Harry. Just I'm saying Harry. I'm hoping at one point he stops by my studio and tells me about pickups. I had the guy from Chuck's Power Supplies come from Poland to tell me 2 days about power supplies. It was extremely boring, but we made 7 videos about milliamps and stuff, and my viewers now know about how to pick the right power supply. It's a Chuck's, and that's pretty much, you know, what you have to buy. So I'm hoping that the guy comes over and actually tells me about Alnicos and windy pindies and I don't know about ohmages and Widerstände. I know nothing about pickups. I know when you go here, it's this one. And here it's this one. On my T-style guitar from LSL, it's actually the other way around.
Okay.
Because someone messed up.
Oh.
That's the reason, someone messed up.
The question.
Slightly angled headstock. That's not traditional for a T-style, right?
No, it's just a little tweak that we added because it just adds to the pressure on the.
And no string trees.
And you don't need any string trees. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, a volute. This time single woody kind of neck thingy. It's a beauty. It's got the right amount of weight, it's not super light, and all the chrome, it's made to be played on stage.
Yeah, it is. Exactly, when you have those spotlights on it and it shines and sparkles.
I'm playing my one country lick. Awesome, huh? Sounded like a bass, didn't it? Price point?
2,800.
Fully vertretable. That's not a word. Vertretable? Vertretbar in German. Fully acceptable, maybe vertretbar. I could get behind that. It's, you know, stamp of approval from me. As far as I can tell from here without having played it on an amp for an extended period of time. So we swap this for this. And you've seen it upstairs already. Is this copper?
It's brass actually, but
brass.
It's not a foil or anything.
Actual brass.
It is actual brass.
How thick is the brass?
Not that much. You can see it on the headstock. We also added it. It's very thin coating.
About maybe a millimeter.
Maybe less,
maybe a little bit less wood.
But it's basically a real brass powder that we combine with a special lacquer fluid, and then we can spray it on with a paint gun, and then we sand it and polish it. And after that, we treat it with a special fluid to get this antique patina on it.
Very nice. I gotta show you pictures of the Berumen guitar that's being built for me by Isaac Berumen in Texas right now. It's a copper top.
Okay.
I'll show you when the camera is not running, because you see it when it's ready. Isaac, get the fuck on with it. No, he's putting a lot of detail into it. You take all the time you want, just make it amazing. Very nice. And we have, I'm gonna say, mahogany in the middle.
Yeah.
And if this isn't colored, then I'm gonna say walnut, but that's not right.
No, it's also kind of mahogany, but just a different type. And there are basically over 100 different kinds of mahogany. And here you can just see 2 examples of it, of how different they can look.
For my purposes, for my videos, dark mahogany and bright mahogany, because I'm not going to learn over 100 pieces, different kinds of mahogany. That's not what I do. No, this is, it's got kind of a, for lack of a better word, kind of a Krautster vibe. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. I mean, you know, Nick Huber makes good stuff, so
sure.
I hope that's not
I
an
take it for a compliment.
Yes, exactly. If I'm comparing this to a Huber, I think that's okay. Again, the neck a little bit thicker, a little bit chunkier, but absolutely vertretable. Oh, and it rings really fat and very solid. Again, I'm sorry we can't do any amp stuff here. I mean, at some point, that just doesn't work. So this is obviously something very special that you did. You don't do a lot of these.
No, we don't.
So, how much?
2,600 for this one.
Are you shitting me?
Not at all.
Who makes the pickups?
This time it's made by Bare Knuckle. It's VH2.
So this is made for a little bit more of this, right? A little bit more. Metal. Metal. You know what I'm talking about? Bare Knuckle, come on. And then with brass.
This is heavy metal.
I have to play this by looking at it. You know what I'm playing. It's made for the 2,600 for a guitar with brass on it. Okay. So web address. Where do I find you?
www.zeal-guitars.com.
Right there. Zealguitars.com. How did you come up with Zeal?
It's basically the translation of a German word. It's called Eifer, Begeisterung, Enthusiasmus, and
Zeal.
This is pretty much what we put in all of our work and our guitars.
So you actually like what you do?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's weird.
Yeah, I know, but I can't help it.
So for all of you guys out there that always think, you know, what I do is so much fun, yes it is, I like what I do. Well, this guy does so much fun, and I urge any of you that are not enjoying what they're doing, stop doing what you're doing and do something else. Because
and
life.
start building guitars.
If you want to make money, don't build guitars. But you know, hey, life's too short to be pissed off every day at work. Seriously. So this is cool. 2,600. Is this one sold already?
Not yet, no.
Zealguitars.com
.com or .de.
.com.de. Write this guy, and it could be yours. Sure, could be yours. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
And see you guys on the still yet undefined, whatever that is, flippity flop. We don't know what it is. You know what a flippity flop is?
Not yet.
I always say that. I always say, see you in a flippity flop. I don't know what that is.
Want to show me your flippity flop?
Oh no. Bye bye.